The Pod Network Entertainment.
Hey, welcome everyone to another episode of Keri Kita. We are your guides into the gaming world, both hardcore gamers, hardcore parents. I am Ray.
And I'm Joey. Our question for today is, sinong kasama ng anak nyo?
Nako, yan.
Nakatakot.
Sinong kasama? Dati kasi, di ba, bago lakwatsa pa talaga yung term. Hindi ba lakwatsa? Gimmick. Ano ba yung ano? Gimmick. Okay, bago dati lumabas syempre with the friends, itatanong yan lagi sa atin, di ba, ng mga parents. O, saan kayo pupunta? May commercial pa nga dyan, di ba? Saan kayo pupunta? Sa Makweli. Sa Makweli. Hindi, kasi baka may branding. Saan kayo pupunta? Sa Makweli. Sigurado ba kayo? Okay, ganyan. Di ba? Ganun yun eh.
Yeah. A few episodes ago, we discussed that gaming is the new social. Sabi nga ng gaming journalist na si Keza McDonald ng Kotaku,
yan.
Instead of something to play, games are now somewhere to be.
Somewhere to be. Kaya nga, merong akala mo na nasa klase pero nagsasabi ng, get that 30 bro, get that 30. We all know that meme, right? During the pandemic.
Hindi yun meme, it's a real incident.
Na naging meme, di ba? Naging meme siya eh. Na yung that, in case you don't know, may isang teacher nga, obviously, all online classes during the pandemic, and then imbis na nasa klase yung isa, nakalimutan niya mag-off ng mic and naglalaro pala siya ng, was that Call of Duty? Hindi naka-off yung mic niya, so naririnig nilang lahat na naglalaro siya and calling out these directions to the team. So get that 30 bro, get that 30. Sabi ng teacher, di ba? Parang, sino yun? Bastos, gumagana siya. So, that happens.
Cutting classes na nga dapat yan kasi wala na siya sa class.
Wala na siya sa class. Virtually not there. Saan kaya pumupunta yung mga anak natin, no? Non-gamer parents, kapag nagvi-video games sila? And this applies to mentally and physically. Nasaan kaya sila?
Yeah. At sino yung kasama nila?
More importantly. Yeah. One of the inspirations for our podcast, Keri Kita, is the daughter of our good friend. No? And I imagine hindi lang siya yung ganitong situation. No? Marami. This particular daughter of a good friend, we are actually quite close. Only because, just like Bean, who is our daughter naman, we talk a lot about games, anime, manga, yan. So, we bond over that. She's actually 14 or 15 years old. She's a hardcore gamer. Truly in these worlds, she even chats. Meron siyang, headphone
rooms,
na may chat. Meron siyang rooms, meron siyang teams. She forms these teams. And most of them, she hasn't met. She just met
and they're
online.
Not from the country.
They're not from the country. Yun yung isa rin naming napansin. No? Yung mga kids these days who often go into these virtual worlds and chats with their teammates, their playmates. May accent silang iba. No? Hindi sila Pinoy English, di ba? It's like, may accent sila American English, may accent silang British English because napipick up nila dun sa mga kausap nila, sa mga teammates nila. They haven't met them. Doon lang talaga sila nag-meet online. Kumbaga nag-bond na sila doon because of common goals, common interests. Yun.
And I would think those conversations go beyond gaming. Again, when we talk about the social aspect of gaming, ito yung meeting place ng mga bata ngayon, no? Because of internet connectivity, nung dating panahon natin na nagkikita-kita tayo saan ba tayo nagkikita-kita dati? Sa mga
Addis Point?
Hindi, mga bata.
Abang bata.
Kunyari sa arcade.
Sa
arcade. Nakikita tayo sa arcade, diba?
Paco Amusement. Ayun.
Or Glicos, ganyan. Nagkikita-kita tayo doon. Or kumakain tayo sa mga restaurant before. But now the kids come together in so-called game rooms during odd hours kasi iba-iba yung time zone nila. And these people have not met each other. And because they are so used to virtual worlds, our children, they actually are very adept at forming relationships with strangers.
Yeah, you talked about this at length before, and you even told me na nag-usap nga kayo nung mom, di ba? Can you tell us more about
Yeah, because she wanted to know about it. Ako kasi yung puntahan ng mga mom when it comes to digital at hindi nila naiintindihan yung mga behavior ng mga anak nila No, like, sino ba yung kausap ng anak ko? Sino sila?
Kanya, sige nga, I was gonna ask you that. Ano yung actual parang, ano yung initial conversation? How do they open up?
I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say this kasi secret siya.
Hindi ano. Ano naman, it will remain
It was
unnamed.
about a relationship.
Okay.
So it was, I learned from, kasi barkada yan. So she would have a real barkada and then an online barkada. And the real barkada, actually, since ako yung, they don't look at me as a parent, they look at me as a kid because I play their games. So they would be open to me about the relationships they build. And sometimes these relationships are coming of age relationships.
Yun. Mm-hmm.
Ang tawag ng mga bata dyan ay MU. MU
is
sila.
Still the same as how
Mutual understanding?
Is it the same?
I don't know
Mag-un? Ganun pa rin ba?
Hindi ko alam. But these are romantic relationships.
Yeah. All spectrum ng relationships, di ba? Ganun.
Yes, coming of age yan, 13, 14, 15. So that would mean you are having some sort of awakening, right? To the possibilities of relationships you can build. And the internet offers that. Connectivity. Without responsibility. Kasi hindi mo naman nakikita yan eh. Hindi naman kayo magiging awkward. Right? And at what point, when we were having an event together. So magkakasama yung mga pamilya. This mom heard me talking to Bean about fandoms. Parang mga gaming fandom. So we were having a discussion about toxicity, yung mga tinatawag nila mga cancel culture, ganyan. And
within the games, no?
Within the games. Kasi there would be some, cancel culture within the games. Yung mga ayaw ng mga bata, they talk about it. And then I was talking to my daughter about such a topic. And then she said, grabe, tiyaga mo. Ako walang oras sa ganyan. So I think that was to me, napaisip ako doon. So sabi ko, okay, how are we going to help our children if, one, we do not understand these things, and two, have no access to the worlds they operate in. And this is so important because this is a formative year in their life when they are beginning to understand relationships and two, interactions with other people. And you have to remember that this is a generation that grew up online. Nag-online schooling yan ng 3 years.
Exactly.
And when they look at each other, they don't look at each other in the eye.
Yeah, we've witnessed to this, no? Diba? Because there are no eyes to look at, diba, during the pandemic. We're actually often quick to dismiss na, as you said, no, pag nakita nila yung mga bata, naglalaro ng video games, feeling naglalaro lang, no? Pero hindi natin napapansin nakikisalimuhan na sila. They're building all of these relationships na, diba? And it becomes especially dangerous pag we get left behind. And this happened especially during the pandemic. Diba?
I think you mentioned something important there where you said you are left behind. Kasi dati pag pumupunta yan sa Mega Mall, kasama tayo. So we can keep track of the activities. Pumunta ba yan ng skating rink? Diba? Or sino ba yung kasama niya sa sinehan? But now when you get left behind and you don't know where they're going, then that becomes sort of an issue. So I have another story, about another friend. And they were supposed to go to Japan. And sabi nung mom, actually, Joey, gusto niyang pumunta sa Japan kasi gusto niyang i-meet yung friend niya na na-meet niya sa Overwatch. So, sabi niya, apparently, the friend he met over Overwatch is kind of like an influencer. So, yung itsura niya sa Overwatch, iba mukhang diva. Diba? Maganda. And then, apparently, when she research this, but I am proud of the friend because she researched, no?
The friend is the parent, diba?
The friend is the parent and she researched, sino ba tong influencer na ito na gustong ma-meet ng anak ko na kino-consider niyang best friend? Because the son played with the influencer and considers her the best friend. Best friend niya eh. And when the parent Googled the influencer, she's like a 30-year-old influencer. And the son is 7 years old.
So what happened there? Did they ever get to meet?
Kinausap niya ako. Sabi niya, what am I going to do? He really believes na best friend niya itong influencer na ito. So sabi ko, then you step in and explain to him everything and trust me, he will believe you.
Totoo yan.
He will believe you. And it worked. Kinausap niya and then sabi niya, oh, ito siya ha. This is her in real life. And the kid understood because of course, mother ka niya nanay ka niya. So maniniwala sa'yo yan.
So, did they really feel na may deception there involved?
I don't think there was ever deception in the part. Because in the gaming world, again, you are all equal whether you be 30 or 7. Right? But the timely intervention in that specific story is the parent one investigating that, hey, my son is developing a very close relationship with a stranger. I need to know who this stranger is. And when I find out that this stranger is not a best friend, then I step in. So that's a really good story of a timely intervention by a parent who cares.
So kaya nga, no, when Joey and I felt we needed to create something like this, kasi maraming nagtatanong, no, how do you make sure your kids are playing with the right people, or is that even considered, diba, right people? There's another kid, son naman ang close friend namin rin. So just like Bean, hardcore gamer, laging kausap. Yun kasi mga isip bata kasi kami. So lagi kami magkakausap, ganyan. Ganun din, may sarili siyang friends, laging may ka-chat, forms teams.
And then he has a schedule, no?
May schedule sila. Nagtataka kami sa kanya kasi gigising siya sobrang aga. So yung pala, kasi syempre magkakaiba ng timelines, ng time zones, di ba? So, yung time zone is actually convenient for the other players na nasa, I think, UK. So, yun. Gigising siya ng maaga just to catch them.
Hi, I'm Red Oliero.
Hi, I'm Andren Bernardo.
And we are the Bago Matulog with Red Oliero podcast
members.
Yes, we are promoting our podcast and sana makinig kayo sa podcast namin. Yun lang.
Please.
Thank you. Yay. Please, we need money.
Napansin mo ba na yung mga batang nag-online gaming, mabilis magsalita?
Mabilis magsalita. Kasi yun yung mga kausap nila eh. Tsaka iba yung accent. Diba? Sari-sari yung accent nila.
So sa dami nga ng taong nagtatanong sa amin na, ano ba yung gagawin ko sa anak kong naglalaro? Di ko kilala yung mga kalaro nila, no? And that's possibly why we thought, there are a lot of parents out there who probably need a bit of counsel. And that's why, I guess, we're here. And I feel as a parent myself that it's very important to be a part of this formative years in their life. Ito kasi yung nagkakaroon sila ng value system at nagkakaroon ng, I guess, an understanding of the world and the people around them. And at this particular stage, mga 13, 14, 15 yan, they are actively looking for connection. And connection is so easily established in video games because it's just a click away at any point in time, in any place in the world. So sa Genshin nga, every now and then, meron nagpiping at gustong makipaglaro sa'yo.
Yun nga, some games are actually also innately social, no? Tulad ng Fortnite, Call of Duty, Valorant, Roblox, which is actually more of a platform now. They will always reach out to you. They will always message you. Most online games now have in-game message functionality, no? Kunyari ako, kahit nga pag Street Fighter lang ako Street Fighter na online lobby, ganyan. Ang dami na message agad. So, you really can't help but talk to people. Yeah.
You spoke about Roblox. Roblox is also a game that's very attractive to a younger set of audience. So, may real life kwento na naman ako dyan.
Yeah.
So, meron akong office mate dati. He knows that the daughter is very addicted to Roblox. In fact, hindi biro ang mga naghihingi sa ako ng Robux sa Pasko. Yan ang bagong aginaldo, Robux.
Wow.
So, the father, of course, knows that the child loves Roblox. So, ang ginawa niya, nag-enter, nag-log in. So, he created an account and became part of Roblox to follow the child. Ito yung moral ng lesson dyan, Hano. When you follow the child on Roblox, act as a player. Do not act as a parent.
Correct.
Ang ginawa niya kasi, may tendency kasi yung mga dad yung mga dad ng mga millennials, no, na mang-troll. Mahilig mang-troll eh. Alam nilang anak nila yon, diba? Kaya nilang i-bully, kaya nilang i-troll. So, ang ginawa niya, tinroll niya yung anak niya sa Roblox. So, what the daughter did, again.
Binan ba siya?
Oo, inireport ng anak niya sa admin. Of course, because in Roblox, you are equals, right? You're not a parent on Roblox. You are a player. So what she did is she reported the dad to admin to have him banned. And he got banned.
Ano ba yan? Okay. Yung parent pa yun na ban.
Siyempre, ngayon, di ba, in this world, may power ako to ban you. And that's what she did. And so she told me, Joey, paano ba ako makabalik sa room?
Pwede ba yung different email naman ang gamitin?
Pwede yun.
Okay.
Pwede. But sabi ko sa kanya, wag na. Wag na. Kasi I think she will know it's you.
Yeah. I recently also got into Roblox. Again, research purposes because that's our job. Researching on marketing and advertising there. So, but yeah, as I said, no, it's actually not a game na eh. It's more of a platform now. You can do anything, everything, set up anything. Imagination really is the limit there. And I can imagine yung frustration siguro nung kid because it neutral default kasi niyang situation is really safe. No, meron ding safeguards on bullying, on trash talking. So it's kind of set there, but yeah, kaya I can imagine kung bakit napaban yung you can report anyone, you can ask them to be banned.
Madaling magban ng nanggugulong parent sa Roblox.
Knowing all this, okay, all of these downloads, all of these questions, all of these real world pagkukonsulta na pag-aate Helen mo sa mga sa mga parents, how do we become a part of their world? I know it's not an easy question to answer, but
unless ikaw si Ariel.
Part of the oo nga, no, Ariel.
So di naman natin masisisi yung mga parents na pagod na sa trabaho para makiko-op pa sa Fortnite.
Yeah, and especially kung di naman nila taste, 'di ba, yung ganung games din. Pero kasi sa pagsama sa kanila, and this is my real story. It doesn't even have to mean you are playing the same thing. No, sometimes you just being there physically. I remember this happened to me a lot. No, kami ni Bean, no, kami naman. We co-op in a few games, kunyari Mario, ganyan. But whenever ang madalas mangyari, she would play and I would just be there for her. Just nasa tabi ko lang. Doon siya naglalaro. The mere presence is enough actually. At kahit sino man yung kasama niyang iba doon sa actual game niya, she has this subconscious mentality na nandyan ka din. So that already spells a lot, no? Trust, confidence, and especially safety, safe space.
Yeah, trust is what we need to build. Like when you said presence is enough, that means na kapag nandoon ka, it's so easy for her to say, uy, yan yung friend ko sa school. Or you can simply ask a question. Diba? Ano yung ginawa mo today? I think that means you're interested in what he or she is into. You can also follow it up, with another curious question of, sino yung kasama mo?
Nag-co-op ba kayo today?
Oo, those are the terms that you need to learn, non-gamer parents. Sino yung ka-co-op mo today? If you use that term, that means you have connected.
May hook na.
May hook. Remember, your interest means everything to your child. And sometimes that's all there is.
There is nothing more precious to your child than your interest and especially your approval.
Yeah, yung payag ka, okay ka sa ginagawa niya, 'di ba? So, a simple question will open doors for you into their gaming world.
So as we wrap up this episode, I think this is just a reminder for everyone, for all parents out there, to ask your questions. I believe there's a feature dito sa Spotify that would let you ask questions. We'd try our best to answer them. Again, magka-Ate Helen kami ni Joey for you. No?
Kami ang gaming Ate Helen.
So, yon, di ba? We'll try our best.
Dated.
I'm sure they understand. Yeah, we'll do our best to answer the questions and give you our best knowledge of what can be done. So, carry ba yan, Joey?
Carry
kita.
The opinions of podcast creators, hosts, and guests are not necessarily reflective of the official stance of the Pod Network Entertainment, its hosts, or other network programs. The content created by the people behind the podcast is personal and not meant to harm any religion, ethnicity, group, organization, company, or individual.